On the final day of the CIS National Championships, the Spartans had their eyes set on the podium, as both high jumper Emma Nuttall and 1500-meter runner Fiona Benson would be in contention for medals. Coming into the competition, Nuttall was ranked #1 in Canada and was looking to earn Trinity Western's first gold medal since 2002, when Laura Wilson took top spot in the 60-meter dash. After clearing both 1.70 meters and 1.76 on first attempts, Nuttall went after 1.79 and again cleared the bar on her first try. Then, after missing her first attempt at 1.82 meters, on her second attempt she cleared it, which marked a season's best and Spartans record, and with that jump, earned the CIS gold medal. But she was still trying for more, as she was looking to clear what would have been a personal best 1.85 meters. But after missing her first two attempts, she just barely missed her third, but of course still came home with a gold medal in her first year at the CIS level.
I'm really pleased. I'm really glad with how things went. I was a bit shaky coming in with the silver at Camway, so to get the gold here, I'm just so pleased. It's the first time I felt spring in my jump and that everything just kind of clicked into place and that I was so focused on my jumping. So just feel like everything slotted into place. I'm really happy with how things went today. I was just thinking that I've got it. I was just like, I've got this, you know that. I was just talking to myself saying, you know, you've got this, because the height before, I had so much height, so I knew that I was capable of doing it, so I was just telling myself that I got it, and I did, so. I've loved it so far. I've been through a lot this season, and it's all part of developing as an athlete. And I've got Laurie and the other coaches and all the staff supporting at Trinity to thank for that, so that's a massive thank you to them. And I really feel like I've developed more as an athlete, and I've really enjoyed training with the group again, because back in Scotland for the last year I was there, I didn't have a big group and I missed that, so it's nice to have a support team training as well. And yeah, just really enjoyed myself.
She was clutch, and she competed against someone who is known for being clutch. Rachel Machen is a fantastic athlete from the University of Calgary and a multi-sport athlete, a multi-event athlete. She also did well here. I think she was silver in the long jump, and she also hurdled here. And Emma came here for one event with one focus, and she competed really well. We also had a positional advantage in that Emma, in the jumping order, was right after Rachel, and so we just had to follow whatever Rachel did. If Rachel passed the height, we would pass the height. If Rachel attempted the height, Emma would attempt the height, and so that was a bit of an advantage for us, for her. I make it sound like both of us were jumping, but obviously it was Emma doing the work. So we had a little bit of tactic in there, but Emma has 185, 186 height in her right now, and probably a little bit of a coaching error on my part. On the first two attempts at 185, I didn't move her away from the bar enough, and she just didn't have enough time to get up in the air and do what she needed to do. On that third attempt, we really moved her back, and she just clipped it with her heels, as you probably saw in the video.
And while Nuttall was representing Trinity Western well in the field, Benson was impressing on the track. The 1500-meter specialist came into nationals ranked 4th in the CIS and looked good early on. Benson sat in the middle of the pack for the first few laps, but as she entered the bell lap, she had moved into 3rd place and was pushing for 2nd. But as they came down the final stretch, Benson was just a step behind McMaster's Katie Anderson. While she closed the gap late, she ultimately finished 3rd, but with a personal best time of 4:29.35. And with that result, earned a bronze medal at her first ever appearance at the CIS National Championships.
I felt it was a pretty solid race. I'm still getting used to the whole racing dynamic, so running with that many girls and trying to figure out how to move over 7.5K is a learning curve, but I was pretty happy with how it went. I was pretty happy with 3rd place. I went in as 4th, and we were all, second apart, and just went in wanting to see how the race would go. Once I got in the start line, I basically just run. Mark gave me some suggestions for how I should look at running it, but I tried to keep those in mind, like pushing the middle. But I tend to forget until a little bit after I was supposed to. I've been really happy with this track season. I obviously ran a lot more and did a lot more training this season, and I've loved working with Mark and Laurier and the rest of the team, and I've been really happy seeing my times move down a lot.
Yeah, so Fiona came in ranked 4th, came out 3rd. There was a little bit of concern, I think, for us. For those of you who know track, know that there were 2 finals, an A final and a B final. The B final runs first. You can win out of the B final, and the girl who ran in the B final took it out by herself and basically ran solo to a pretty good time. I think she was 4:31. This second heat, which has the faster girls, or should have the faster girls, decided to run tactically instead of for speed. And there was, with about 800 to go, there was some concern that even if she was successful in coming top 3 in that second section, that maybe the #1 girl from the first section was going to be, sneak a medal and push her back. That didn't happen. They picked up the second half of the race, and I think Fiona really showed her wares as a first-year athlete against other athletes who are significantly older than she is. It was, for us, a highly unusual meet in that it is so rare that all of your athletes exceed expectations, and that's what happened for us. I feel blessed to be working with these kids because they make me look a lot better than I am, and I think that that's probably true of most of our coaching staff as well. It has been a really good meet. We have a couple of metrics by which we judge our performances, and one of those is, can we elicit the best performance of the season at the most important competition of the season? And all 5 of our athletes did that in this measurement. But also we look at plus minus. So what did we go in ranked versus how we came out in terms of placing? And every single one of our athletes came out a plus, except for Emma, because she won gold, and you can't get better than being ranked first. So she maintained a 0. Everyone else was a plus, which we're ecstatic about. Right, so Callum coming 4th. Actually, I think I said that he was, everyone was a plus, but Callum was a 0. In that measurement. He came in ranked 4th, he placed 4th, but perhaps more importantly, he came out of here with 2 personal bests. So he ran a personal best in the heats, running 8:20, his PB being 8:22 prior to that, and then came back and ran 8:19 in the final. So, how can we ask for more than that? He gave it everything he had, and we're so proud of him. With Jake, obviously, for him to come in ranked 6th, have a tie for 4th, a heartbreaker of a loss in the tiebreak, in that he won fewer events head-to-head than the other guy from Calgary, actually. But Jake's a freshman, and he's competing against guys who are 22, 23, 24 years old. And further, Jake is going to compete outdoors. He drops down because he'll be an under 20 still. He's a junior age category, which means when he goes outside and he competes, the hurdles are lower, the shot put's lighter, the discus is lighter, and it'll be a lot easier of a transition for him coming back in second year after having 1 more year to really get stronger. Hazel came in ranked 12th. She came out 9th, 1 place from making the final. When Hazel arrived in September, she was 17 years old. She is far and away the youngest on our team, but probably one of the youngest in this competition. For her to have that kind of success in her freshman year here, I think really bodes well for the next 4. And we're just, as I said before, we're so blessed to be able to work with these kids, and I think that they are really grabbing this opportunity to be part of the CIS and enjoying and thriving in this environment.